Hi, everybody. Hi, all of you beautiful souls, and welcome to our 24 hours of self empowerment special online event. It is such a blessing to be part of this event, and what an honor to be kicking us off with the first session of the day. And I am going to be leading us into a special exploration of our womb power and activating that womb power together with you today. My name is Emi Mutale, and I am the founder of Feminine Revered. And I am also a shamanic womb priestess, energy medicine healer, and an intuitive healer. And it is super, super exciting to be guiding you into this process, into this activation today. We are going to start with an invocation just to align our energies and create this sacred, safe, beautiful space for our session. Then I'll talk a little bit more about the wisdom and power of our wombs and why so many of us have become disconnected from this wisdom and from this power. And then I'm going to guide you into a beautiful meditation, deep, deep into womb consciousness that connects you with your own womb, connects you with the womb of Gaia, so the womb of Mother Earth, and then also with the womb, the great cosmic womb, also known as the great primordial black hole. And by participating with me in that meditation, you will be also activating what are often dormant energies within ourselves, within our womb spaces. And this is going to support you to start to open up more fully into the expansive magical power of your womb. And before I go any further, I want to also emphasize that even if you no longer have a physical womb space, if you've had your womb removed, the energy of your womb will always, always be there. And you will be able to tap into that energy and work with it in a myriad of ways. And if you are a man who's watching us, you also have an energetic womb, so to speak. So you will be connecting with your lower belly, with what we would call hara in the shiatsu movement, or the lower tantien in Taoism, for example. So please don't feel that you are not able to participate in this session if you are a man or if you no longer have a physical womb. Beautiful. So I'm going to go into an invocation now to create that sacred space for all of us. And if it feels safe and good for you to do so, I encourage you to close your eyes and just take a few deep, deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And if it feels good, you're welcome to let out a big, big sigh every time you're breathing out as well. You might notice that your body wants to move or sway as you're breathing, bringing in this sacred in breath and letting out this sacred out breath. And really allow your breathing to bring you more fully into the present moment, into our gathering together. I call upon the great Mother, Mother Divine, to come through for us, to bless our gathering, to hold us, to show us, to guide us. I call upon our ancestors and our guides, the archangels, legions of light, and the angels. Form a protective circle around us, weaving these energies of wisdom and power and elevation into our gathering. Let this space be a sacred one where you feel safe and held and ready to dive deep into womb consciousness, one of the most untapped resources and energies on our planet still. Ellen of the Ways is coming through, and she's got a message for us as well. She's pointing to a pathway, a beautiful, gently lit pathway. And she's showing that this pathway begins from within. And the more we root into our own knowing, ground into our inner wisdom, our true essence, that true north, the more ease and grace we will find on our journeys. And she's pointing out that no matter what happens around us, no matter what might scare us about this journey, or no matter what we might see around us, there is absolutely nothing to fear. Everything is exactly as it's meant to be. And all you need to do is keep showing up. Keep showing up, rooting into your true potential, your inner knowing. And have the courage to step into your soul power, your sacred feminine power, and share your gifts and your voice with the world. Thank you, Ellen. So in case your eyes were closed, you're welcome to slowly, slowly start to come back to our gathering. Come back to the room that you are in, focusing on your body. And when it feels good, you're welcome to open your eyes. Thank you, Ellen of the Ways, for this beautiful blessing for our gathering today. And her message is such a poignant one for the transition that we are going through at the moment globally. This incredible shift of ages, of times, from centuries of patriarchy towards a world where the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine energies are much, much more in balance, if not completely in balance. And where we are consciously rooting into love, consciously rooting into Mother Earth and her incredibly healing powers, her wisdom, her knowing. And where we are guided by compassion and forgiveness and love as the foundation of everything. Beautiful. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about our wombs. And if you have any questions, I'm not able to see everybody who has joined me at the moment, but if you have any questions, please pop them into the chat box or pop them into the comments in the Facebook Live that this is also currently on, and I will answer those questions afterwards. Our wombs have incredible wisdom and power in them. I call our wombs sacred cauldrons of wisdom and power, through which we can channel our healing abilities, our innate, incredibly powerful healing abilities, and through which we can access wisdom and knowing from deep within our own being, but also from our ancestors and our guides. Our wombs really are portals or doorways or gateways into multidimensional wisdom and knowing. And yet, when you think about it, So many of us are disconnected from this womb wisdom and from this womb power. And once you start to realize and understand at a deeper level the enormous potential of consciously working with our womb spaces, you really start to wonder, why is this not more widely known? Why are so many of us indeed disconnected from our power, from our womb wisdom and our womb power? You see, in the ancient times, and we're going way back, we're talking 30,000, 40,000 years ago now, the ancients knew about the special powers, the special energy of our wombs. They understood that our universe and those beyond us, the multiverse or the universe, as many like to call it, have been birthed by the great cosmic womb, the primordial black hole from which all is birthed. And the ancient ones had a very sacred, very special connection to the great cosmic womb and understood very intricately the power of this connection. And women, as carriers of physical womb spaces, were known to be directly connected to the great cosmic womb. And as birthers and nurturers of new life, women were revered for this power, for this miraculous power to birth new life. And if you look at how ancient societies were structured, very often it was the women who were leaders, who were the shamans, the knowers, the healers, the ones who guided the societies, the communities, the tribes on a day-to-day basis, and the ones who brought in that sense of sacredness, that sense of holiness into the mundane as well. So they were the guardians of wisdom and knowing. They were the guardians of rites and rituals and ceremonies. And through our womb spaces, we absolutely can access that wisdom. And at the same time, if women were held in such a revered position in these ancient societies, what happened? Because if you look at our world now, if you look at leadership positions in governments, in companies, in organizations, predominantly the top positions are held by men. Even in 2021, you can look at the what is it called now? I think it's called the Forbes 500 list that lists the 500 top companies in the US, for example, and the percentage of female CEOs is very, very, very low. If you look at states, governments on our planet, the number of female leaders, again, is very, very low. And it almost feels like there's been a deliberate effort to diminish that power that the ancient ones intricately knew and understood and revered. And that is exactly what has been happening since the dawn of patriarchy. There has been a systematic and a very well thought through suppression and oppression of women, their power, and their knowing. And that continues to the present day. If we go back in history, we can look at, for example, the times of the witch hunts, when women who were thought to be witches, in other words, women who were midwives or healers or herbalists or leaders of sort, women who were not afraid to stand in their power and speak their truth, they were severely punished, if not killed, for the power that they held. And the witch hunts also created this paradigm where women were consciously denouncing and betraying each other. Mothers were betraying their daughters and the other way around. Best friends were denouncing each other in order to survive. And there was this tremendous atmosphere of fear that characterized those times. And energetic residues from those times are still living within ourselves, within our bodies. And to come back to the modern times, if you think of ways in which women are being suppressed and oppressed globally, a simple example is the fact that women are still making less money from positions that they are equally equipped and experienced in as men. But men are still making more money from those positions than women. We are still seeing in different parts of the world a preference towards boys over girls in terms of access to education, in terms of access to healthcare, and in a myriad of other ways as well. For women, it's about land ownership, access to education and employment, access to opportunities as well. So this is something that is a really far-reaching agenda that we are now starting to really, truly unravel. And the truth of everything that's been going on is starting to really come out. The veils are really becoming very thin now with this transition from patriarchy into unity consciousness and the new earth that we are all creating and birthing. And our wombs can play an incredibly powerful role in that. And another thing I wanted to still mention as well is that within our wombs, we also often hold on to energies that are not helpful to us, energies that are holding us back, keeping us small, and silencing our voices. I call these energies the womb wounds. And womb wounds often relate to experiences from the current lifetime, having to do with sexual relationships that are void of the emotional context, abusive sexual relationships, sexual abuse or rape. Those leave wounding and scarring inside our womb spaces. Very often it's also about loss of a child, whether that's a miscarriage or an abortion or the early death of a child, that can leave energies of wounding within our womb spaces as well. It can also be something that we've taken on through our lineage, so from our mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and way beyond. And our DNA, our cells hold on to the wounding that our predecessors might have experienced. And it just keeps on being passed from generation to generation until somebody decides to say the buck stops here and starts to consciously work with those energies and those wounds. Anything to do with creativity. Our wombs are also the cradles of creation. So creation in terms of new life, but also creativity in terms of art, new projects, collaborations, new assignments, and so on. So if you are experiencing any kind of blockages in terms of your creativity, your creative flow, there could well be some stuck energies inside your womb space as well. And once we start to consciously, and I highlight the word consciously, work with these energies, to work with the womb wounds, and really start to explore the root cause of that wound and heal ourselves at that root cause. That's when we can really start to see the ripple effect in our own lives and in the lives of those around us, and also on the collective level. We can also hold energies from past lifetimes in our womb spaces, as well as the collective experiences of women from around the world. So healing those is incredibly powerful. And when you choose to consciously do that work, you are not only healing yourself, you are healing those who came before you, and you're healing those who come after you. And whilst it may feel scary, going into the shadows, going into the wounds is often the only way to really break through to the other side. And it's also important to remember that with the current energies on our planet, healing can happen very, very quickly. It doesn't have to be an arduous, painful process that takes years and years and years. It can happen within an hour, within a few sessions of healing, or it can happen instantly in a meditation. And that is the beauty of the energies that we are working with at the moment. And the more of us have the courage to start reclaiming the power of our wombs and reconnecting with that wisdom and that knowing inside our wombs, the more quickly the light on our planet will also increase and expand. And the more quickly we will also see the shift of the ages on our planet and beyond. Exciting. All right, I have talked a lot there and I've given you quite a bit of information to digest and integrate. And I would love to lead you into this meditation, this activation of womb power and this beautiful connection between your own womb and the womb of Mother Earth and the great cosmic womb. So if your body wants to move around, if you want to stretch a little bit or just sway a little bit, adjust your position, you're welcome to do that. Just make sure that you're sitting or lying down comfortably in a way that feels really good for you, feels safe and comfy. And I invite you to close your eyes if that feels safe. You're welcome to keep them open as well, but it might be easier to go within if you close your eyes. And again, let's take a couple of deep, deep, beautiful cleansing breaths, allowing your breath to bring you fully into the present moment, into our time together here. So again, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Allow yourself to take the deepest breaths you've taken all day today. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth, letting out that sigh if that feels comfortable. And really feel how your breath, this deep belly breath, is starting to lead to a greater sense of relaxation, greater awareness of the present moment, of this air flowing in and out of you. And then consciously start to bring your awareness inwards into your beautiful body. And then energetically connect with your womb, with the energy of your womb if there is no physical womb there, and with the actual physical womb if you have one. Bring your awareness to the sacred cauldron of feminine wisdom and power. If it's the first time you're connecting with your womb, it might feel a little bit weird, might be a little bit difficult to form that connection, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. And if you're a visual person, you might even, with your mind's eye, just imagine your womb deep inside your belly. Just see that womb space there. You might want to smile at your womb space and really allow your mouth to turn into a smile as well. Imagine that you're smiling at your womb, saying hello to her, and sending her some gratitude, sending her some thanks for all that she does. And you might already have done this, but if not, you can place your hands over your lower belly, over your womb space, and also feel that warmth from your palms against your belly. And just tune into the energies inside your womb space. How are the energies feeling today? Are they calm or scattered? Are they still or noisy? Are they jumpy or silent? How are the energies inside your womb space? Energetic or physical at the moment? And now consciously breathe into your womb space and out of your womb space for a few breaths. So imagine that the in-breath is arising from deep within your womb space, and the out-breath returns to the womb space as well. And just notice if you can already start to shift the energy inside your womb space just by the breath. And as you keep tuning into your womb space, with your mind's eye, notice this beautiful column of light, this beautiful dark magenta-like color, reddish dark red column that's forming inside your womb space. And feel how this column starts to expand and starts to expand downwards, down from your womb, from your body, towards Mother Earth. Feel this column expand, enter Mother Earth, and travel all the way down to the very core of Gaia, the womb of Gaia. Feel how connected you are through this column of dark red light. And at the very core of Mother Earth, there is this beautiful pulsating quartz crystal, right at the core, at the very center of Gaia's womb. And this quartz crystal is pulsating with the most beautiful, nourishing, healing light. And your column of light extends straight to this crystal. And every time you breathe in, you are breathing in and drawing in this healing energy from this crystal deep within Mother Earth's womb. Breathe that energy in through your column of light straight into your own sacred womb. And feel how these energies from the womb of Gaia are swirling around inside your womb space, clearing and cleansing, releasing that which no longer serves, and filling up your womb space with this nurturing energy. And now imagine every time you breathe out, you are sending those energies that no longer serve you through that column straight down to Mother Earth for recycling, for transmutation and transformation into something beautiful and healing. Flow with these energies. Flow with the power of your inhalation and exhalation. And feel the energies inside your womb transform. And now allow this column of light from your womb space to expand upwards towards the skies, up, 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 all the way up to the great cosmic womb, the great primordial black hole. And feel how your column starts to tingle and pulsate with this expansive energy, this creative energy, this powerful, healing, regenerative energy from the great cosmic womb. Tune into this velvety darkness that is safe and supportive, and that is so expansive in its energy. And with each in-breath, bring in this energy from the great cosmic womb into your own sacred womb space. And feel the energies of the great cosmic womb inside your womb, swirling around, clearing, cleansing, bringing in this energy of elevation and expansion. Feel how this energy complements the energy from Mother Earth. And feel how your womb space, every single cell inside your womb, is becoming more and more activated, more and more present, filled with knowing and incredible healing potential. Keep breathing these deep, deep, nourishing breaths and surrender to this transformation of energies inside your womb through this powerful connection with Gaia's womb and the great cosmic womb. And now, as you tune into your womb space, listen in to see if there's some guidance, a message from your womb space to you today. If you received a message from your womb, thank her. And even if you haven't received a message, just flow in this sense of gratitude, in this healing and this transformation. Take a few more deep, deep breaths in and out of your womb space. And send a deep bow of gratitude to your womb, to the womb of Mother Earth, and to the great cosmic womb. And know that you can form this connection anytime you like. And then slowly, slowly, at your own pace, and there's absolutely no rush, start to bring your awareness back to the rest of your precious body, to the room that you are in. You might want to move your body a little bit, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps shrug your shoulders or rotate your shoulders a little bit, allowing yourself to gently come back to the present. And when it feels good, and there's again absolutely no rush, you're welcome to open your eyes. Welcome back. How are you feeling? How was that? How is your womb space feeling? How's your energy? Let me know. If you're watching this on Facebook, just mention it in the comments. If you are with me on Zoom, mention it in the chat. Or if you'd like to connect with me one-on-one, you are welcome to do so by emailing me at emmy@femininerevered.com. That's EMMI at femininerevered.com. And if you are intrigued and curious about your womb power and wisdom, would like to work more deeply with this sacred part of your body, do let me know as well. I support women, predominantly women, also men to a certain extent, but predominantly women, to really reclaim this power and this wisdom, to reconnect with that ancient feminine wisdom that we all have within us, and heal wounds, womb wounds, and other wounds that are keeping us from loving ourselves exactly the way we are. And really supporting women to step into their sacred feminine power, where we are able to speak our truth authentically, stand rooted into love and into our own power, and stop playing small, stop keeping ourselves silent, and really expand into our soul purpose so that we're able to share our soul gifts with the world. So if that is something that is drawing you in, something that you're yearning for, then feel free to connect with me again via email, or you can also book a sacred energy activation through my website. Please know that my website is currently undergoing a bit of maintenance, but you should be able to find the booking button for the sacred energy activation. That's a 30-minute activation where I take you through a beautiful energy activation that really elevates the energy. And very often there's some guided messages coming through as well from your guides. And where we talk about what it is that you would like to birth in this lifetime, what your dreams and your visions are, and what might be blocking you from reaching those dreams and the visions. And if it all feels aligned, then I will also provide you recommendations on how to move forward, what the next priority step, so to speak, could be for you. So if you'd like to do that, you're welcome to book that session through my website. And my website is femininerevered.com. And you can also find me on Facebook at The Feminine Revered. And I have a YouTube channel, Feminine Revered, and an Instagram account as well. So there's a myriad of ways in which you can follow my work, connect with me, and also come and do some work with me, whether it's one-on-one, in a group of women in this beautiful sisterhood, sacred sisterhood, really working through trauma, wounding, and remembering and reclaiming our innate sacred feminine power. Thank you so much for joining me, whether you are with me live or watching this from the recording. I appreciate you, and I look forward to connecting with you sometime in the future. Much love to you.